it's Coach Vanessa and Coach Britt here with you with a fun workout for the day. So we're going to start off with the warm-up to get that blood flowing. We're going to have 2 rounds. We'll start off with 1 minute of any cardio movement. So for this 1 minute, you can do high knees, you can do jumping jacks, you can do butt kicks, or even jogging in place. Now, if you want to take some of the impact out of that, you can, take it for knee marches, anything that'll reduce the impact. But we want you moving for 1 minute. After that 1 minute, we're going to go into 10 up downs. So on the up down, you're going to take your hands down to the mat. Both hands down to the mat, kick your feet out into a high plank. When you're kicking your feet onto this high plank, be sure that you're squeezing your glutes nice and tight. And then from here, you're going to kick your feet up to your hands and then stand. Now, a modified version of this is going to be to step them back. So your hands will come down to the mat. You'll step 1 foot back, then the other, and then you're going to step each foot towards your hands and stand. So you'll have 10 repetitions of that movement. Moving on, we're going to have 10 dumbbell deadlifts. You'll need a pair of dumbbells. From here, you'll pick up those dumbbells, take them out to your side, and then you're going to go into a deadlift. So you're going to send your hips back, keeping that back nice and flat. And the goal here is to get each head of the dumbbell to touch the ground. Now, if mobility doesn't allow this, just try to take it as far down as you can and then stand. So like I said, the biggest thing to emphasize here is making sure that you're keeping that back nice and flat. Don't allow those shoulders to round, and then squeeze your glutes up at the top of that movement. So now finishing off that first round, we're going to go back into that 1 minute cardio where you're just moving. Anything to get that blood flowing. So once you finish that 1 round, you can rest for a few minutes and then repeat again those same movements. That's going to be our warm-up. Now transitioning into the workout, we have a 20-minute AMRAP. So we're going to set the clock for 20 minutes and we're going to get as many rounds as possible of the following movements. We're going to start off with 10 burpees. So on these burpees, just like those up downs, only we're going to add a push-up to it. So hands will go down to the mat, you'll kick out into that high plank, go into that push-up, come on up, kick your feet, and then a 6-inch jump. So you can always keep it to those up downs if burpees isn't in the cards for today's workout. So after those 10 burpees, we're going to go for 30 seconds of high knees. So you're just going to focus on driving those knees as high up as you can get them, or those knee marches. Again, focusing on getting those knees nice and high. We're going to do that for 30 seconds, and then we're going to go into 20 dumbbell ground to overhead. So you're going to grab 1 dumbbell. You'll grab it from each of the heads from here. You're going to send your hips back. That dumbbell is going to go about to mid-shin. From here, you're going to open up your hips and then punch that dumbbell overhead. The biggest thing here is making sure that you're keeping those elbows locked out up at the top, keeping that tummy nice and tight, making sure that rib cage is tucked in, and that you're not overextending at your lower back. So keep that back nice and safe here. So squeeze those glutes, squeeze that tummy as you're punching that dumbbell overhead. So you've got 20 reps of that, and then we're going to go right into 30 sumo deadlift high pulls with our dumbbell. So from here, you're actually going to grab the dumbbell in the middle, so it's going to be a really narrow grip on that dumbbell. So from here, same thing. We're going to start about mid-shin, so you're going to send those hips back. Hips come back. And then that dumbbell, you're going to focus on opening up those hips and then shrugging that dumbbell, focusing on those elbows going high and outside. So on here, biggest thing to emphasize is making sure that you are opening up your hips completely before you're pulling. So don't pull too early. Be sure those hips are nice and open. All right, thanks, Britt. So that is going to be our movements on that AMRAP. The goal here is to try to keep each round at about 3 minutes. So you're just going to repeat those for 20 minutes. It's a fun, sweaty one. Get after it, have fun, and let us know how you like it.